we just got the info for both of the new units, and to no one's surprise, well, to my surprise, honestly, she is constant. So someone said that the other dude is disorder, and I was like, where did you get that info? And their source of information was Gemini. They Googled what Danvery typing is, and Gemini told them that he is disorder. So that was kind of hilarious. Anyways, the kits are out, and they are not. They are doubling down. She is constant, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm assuming they took a while to post the kits because of the controversy, because usually it does come out earlier, but the kits are out regardless. The recommended shell for Piayera is Jackal Guard, Swift Rush Bulwark. So you need a shit ton of these Jackals. I only have 3 of them, and I need like 5. I need at least 2 more. So she's a control-oriented support animus who can increase enemy skill cooldowns and grant random buffs to allies, turning the tide of battle with a sinister hand of cards. So just like I kind of expected, she does have a random buff element to her kit. I haven't read her kit yet, by the way, so this is going to be the first time going over it. So she's constant. That's the only thing that I actually took a look at. Her skill 1. Let's start with the skill 1, because usually it has the passive. Well, in this case, there is no passive. I'll go through it anyways. Deals damage to a single enemy and has a chance to increase the CD of all targets' skills for 1 turn after attacking. Dieting S1. Red dieting S1. Yeah, it's just red dieting's S1, which is, it's fine because red dieting's S1 is actually kind of strong. It's definitely going to have a higher chance to proc because dieting is an RGB, she's an LD. LDs are better, duh. So it's probably going to be slightly better than red dieting's S1. Now her S2 grants all allies Grace card for 2 turns. It's a new buff. Then applies 2 random effects among immunity, invincibility, and continuous recovery. So it's 2 random effects out of 3, so it's not really as randomized as I would have thought, and you just want immunity and invincibility. I guess you don't really need the healing, unless she has like her continuous recovery is special in the sense that it heals for more than the usual, because the usual is like 10%, I think. So maybe she does like 2 stacks of it, so it would be like 20%, then it would be decent, but I think you just want the immunity and the invincibility. The chances of you getting one of them is going to be 66%. So if you want immunity, it's going to be 33% chance that you don't hit it, essentially. Now Grace Guard, it does also grant them Grace Guard, increases damage dealt and reduces the chance of receiving crit hits. Okay. Someone else has that. Oh, it's Nathan. You cannot crit Nathan, right? You cannot crit Hellkid. You cannot crit Nathan. It's you have to meet the requirements. Like Hellkid's attack has to be higher than the enemy attacking him, and Nathan's speed has to be higher than the enemy attacking him. But this is unconditional, so it's decent. 2 turns. I'm assuming this skill is going to be a 3-turn cooldown, so you can have basically 100% uptime on this. Pretty much. You're going to build her faster than your whole team, so she's going to cycle it quite decently. And applies to random effects. Okay. So far, nothing broken. Like, this Grace card buff, if it's a gold buff, then it's going to be quite decent. If it's just a normal, unique buff, then it's going to be kind of mid. They don't really specify it in the skill previews. I had to wait for Ariel's actual in-game stats to be able to tell that her S3 buff was a gold buff, which does change everything, basically. So her ultimate deals 2 hits of damage to all enemies. Each hit has a chance to push back the target's 10 meter. So twice, you can push it twice to all enemies. Then apply defense down and Psy Sly for 2 turns. Size Live for 2 turns, okay. Immediately granting Piayera an extra turn. So what's the point of Jackal? What's the point of like the point of Jackal is when you hit someone, you get a 35% turn meter push, and you get a speed buff. But if you get an extra turn immediately, then what's the point? I'm thinking Jackal might not be the best on her because her S2 doesn't really hit. It's only S3 and yeah, it was like you gain an extra turn, you don't need Jackal. I'd assume you want something like Moon Bunny on her, to be honest, and these suggestions have usually not been accurate anyways. So you push turn meter back, you apply defense down, size lie, and then you gain another turn. You don't dispel any buffs, which is fine. So what does size lie do? When the target uses a basic attack, removes a portion of their HP. She counters Zhuan Li. When I saw the defense down and turn meter, I was already thinking of Zhuan Li, but after reading this, then yes, she's just as a Zhuan Li counter, and I'm assuming size lie is not going to be cleansable or dispellable. They don't really. I'm gonna have to wait until I see the actual in-game stats to be able to tell, honestly. So, okay, when the target uses a non-basic attack, increases all enemies' kill cooldown, then removes the effect from all enemies. So if they use a non-basic skill, it increases all enemies' skill cooldown. Is that like even if they have immunity, they still get the CD increase? Because that would be filthy. That would be insane. It really depends on if the Grace card is a gold buff, if the Size Lie is a gold debuff, or like if it's undispellable, if it has the border around it. But she looks pretty decent. She's just a CC LD CC unit. She doesn't need dupes. She's not a DPS, so it's just another P0 unit for me, honestly. Spin Ariel and then her. Yeah, she's going to be a P0 unit. She's nothing game breaking. I don't think she's going to be replacing anyone on your ETH Arena defenses and whatnot. She's like Luvia, where she's really good in draft, but in GVG defenses and ETH Arena defenses, she's not Nathan or Ariel, basically. Every single person and their whole families have Ariel and Nathan on their defenses, whether it's GVG or ETH Arena. So I don't think she's going to be one of those units, honestly. I could be wrong. Maybe her debuffs and buffs are just gold buffs that ignore immunity and ignore Moon Bunny somehow, but they just don't mention it here. But my initial impression is that she's going to be really decent. She's going to be like Luvia tier, is my initial impression. And Luvia's really good, by the way. Luvia's not bad. And then we come to the dude that everyone's going to have P5 of if he is a DPS, which he is not, I don't think. He's a counter? Okay. Danvery is a counter-oriented support animus who can quietly copy enemy-applied buffs for his allies to use, pulling off impossible reversals with magician-like finesse, and he uses Moon Bunny. I do think the girl here is going to use Moon Bunny instead of Jackal. But we'll see. I don't really play PvP nearly as much anymore. But I'm still interested in the actual like unit kits and what they do and stuff, so he's a counter focus, so I think this is going to be the dude that requires the dupes, which is fine. Everyone has a shit ton of summons saved up, so it's no big deal. S1, he has a passive on his S1. He has a unique buff on S3. Okay. Deals damage to a single enemy with a chance to steal a portion of their turn meter on S1. That's always really strong. If the target already has Peculiar Casket, I don't know what that is, but this attack is guaranteed to hit and the stolen amount is doubled. So it goes from a chance to guaranteed, and the turn meter steal is doubled. This is on S1, and then he counters. So This is already strong. When the enemy target gains a buff, this is Pickler Casket. Oh, wait, is this a buff? Is this a buff? I thought it was a debuff. Like if the target hitting him has Pickler. I'm assuming if he has Pickler Casket, right? If target already has, no. I don't know. This is a bit confusing. Is this a debuff or a buff? When the enemy target gains a buff, all allies gain the same effect. Okay, it is a debuff. So you put Spicular Casket on them. I see, I see. Gains a buff. All allies gain the same effect. So when you buff that dude, the guy with Spicular Casket, all your allies gain the same buff. Now, it it comes to the same point again. Does that apply to gold buffs? Does that apply to aerial buffs? Does it apply to ACL buffs? Or is it just like, oh, attack here, take an attack buff, here, take a speed buff, here, take a defense buff, which is fine, but most of the broken units have unique buffs and gold buffs and undispellable buffs. So let's see. When that target receives healing or turn meter plus, all allies gain the same effect at a certain ratio. So you steal the healing, you steal the turn meter push. You don't really steal, you replicate it, right? It doesn't say you steal it. You just get the same effect. Okay. Okay. I see. Now, since Spicular Casket is a debuff, apparently, is it a gold debuff? Is it undispellable? Is it uncleansable? It's just like these skill previews don't really tell the whole story. But so far, he looks really strong. S2 deals damage to all enemies with a chance to dispel one buff from the target, so everyone one buff dispel. Inflict speed down for 2 turns. Speed down is always strong. If the main target has Specular, this is the main target, so just one target. If they have Specular Casket, this is enhanced to dispel all buffs. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad at all. It's nothing broken, but deals damage to all enemies with a chance to steal a portion of all targets' turn meter and distribute it evenly among the whole team. Mio S3. Okay, then apply Specular Casket to the main target for 2 turns and grants all allies Aegis Guard for 2 turns. Aegis Guard. Aegis Guard just reduces damage taken. Where is the counter effect? What? It says he's a counter-based animus. Where does he counter? Well, let's just read his S3. So his S3 steals turn meter from all enemies, distributed evenly to your allies. Applies Specular Casket to the main target, so just only one unit is going to have Specular Casket, not everyone, which is fine. So since it's just one target, I'm assuming it's going to be gold debuff. It has to be, otherwise it's going to be kind of shit. Or like it's just the blue border debuff where it's just undispellable, right? Or no, it's like a red border. Yeah. Mm, okay, not bad. Aegis God is not bad because it's I guess kind of anti-cleave if you build him fast. Depends on his base speed. I'm still trying to look at the counter-oriented support animus who can quietly copy enemy debuffs for his allies to use. Pulling off is like do they mean that he just steals buffs? That's why he's a counter-oriented support animus? The enemy target gains above all this. Healing or turn meter. All allies gain the same effect at a certain ratio. Deals damage to all enemies with a chance to dispel one buff. Yeah, it's like there is no counter in his kit. I'm a little confused, but sure. He looks really strong if he does have some actual counter in his kit. And if he does damage, I'm gonna be kind of curious about his damage. Because if his damage is decent, he could be a P5 unit potentially. He doesn't look like he's a PvE unit. Neither of them look like PvE units, which is good. Makes it so that, light spinners and PvE players can catch up more easily. And she looks interesting. She's just a CC unit, essentially, with some buffing capabilities as well. Her unique debuff is quite unique. Yeah, his unique debuff is quite unique, for sure. It's really going to depend on how the interactions will be. It's like increases all enemy skill cooldown. Does that ignore immunity? Because you don't really hit them, right? I'm still disappointed that she is constant, but at this point, not much we can do about it. At least so far, neither of them look like they require dupes. This dude might need some dupes, but he's an RGB, so it would have been nice if he was an SR, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's. I'll probably make a more detailed video once the kit comes out in game. But yeah, that's it.